Welcome to the Agilists Aspire and Achieve in Your Agile Career video podcast series. This series is all about helping you grow, thrive, and make an impact in your career and the community with an Agile mindset. Whether you're just starting out or you're an experienced practitioner, we're here to bring you inspiring stories, actionable advice, and meaningful conversations that will help you navigate and excel in your Agile career, meeting some amazing mentors along the way. Get ready to aspire, achieve, and thrive in the next step in your journey.
Natalia, welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
It's really nice to get that invitation and be here.
All the way from Poland as well. I'm very excited. This series is helping me to speak to people from all over the world. It's very cool. Let's kick things off. Would you like to introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Okay. So my name is Natalia Juszkiewicz. I'm based in Poland. I started my career 10 years ago. Right now I'm Agile coach and I have a line report. So I'm a manager. I was only one Polish woman in a Women in Agile session as a mentor. I had 3 amazing mentees. On my daily basis, I'm mother of 4-year-old daughter. And I don't know what to say more.
That's enough. 4-year-old daughter, that'll keep you busy. How do you have time to do that, to be a mum and to have an Agile career?
Sometimes it's hard, but normally when she goes to the kindergarten, I have time for work, and after when we put her down to sleep, I have a time for myself to read books or to do something for myself just.
Nice, very good. The first question I want to ask you is how did you start and find your Agile career?
That is a pretty funny story because 10 years ago, a friend of mine called me. I was working as a product manager in a bank and she told me like, hey, I have a perfect position for you. And I was like, yeah, sure, should. And she said like, you have to apply. And I said like, yeah, but tell me more, what kind of position it is. And she told me like, this is Scrum Master position. You will be perfect fit for that. And I was like, what are you saying? Like, I never had Scrum Master. Like, what does it mean? Like, tell me more. And she's like, oh, don't worry. So you will read 20-page book and you can handle that. You are good to talking to the people. You are good to just being yourself. So that is the perfect spot for you. So I applied, and rest is history. I'm here.
Step me through your first couple of days as a Scrum Master. How did you figure out what your role was?
So before I start working for that company, I went for course. I went for a workshop, and I passed certification on Scrum Work, the Scrum Master first level. No, but the first days in the company was, oh my God, it was really strange because I was the only one Scrum Master in that company. So I didn't have any support from the same role. But I had amazing leaders, amazing managers who were really excited about Agile. They were really open. So that's how I learned, basically. I've asked them a lot of questions, like, why do you decide work in a sprints? Why 2 weeks, not 4 weeks? I read a lot. I went for so many conferences, so many meetups to just feel more comfortable in that role.
Yeah.
So the first year was really intense.
Yeah. Sounds like that. Was Agile new to you as well? At that
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't. So 10 years ago, not many companies work in Agile. So it was quite new in Poland, at least from my understanding. it wasn't like something like, as right now we have, like everyone works in Agile or like Kanban, Scrum, like whatever. But 10 years ago, it was a totally different story in Poland.
Yeah. Wow. So the things that your first your first year, the things that that you learned at that company, around building your own knowledge, like you mentioned, going to conferences and meetups and reading books and all of that sort of thing. Do you think that has flowed on for you in the last 10 years as well? Have you kept that going to continue, building that knowledge?
I'm trying. I don't have enough time to went for meetups or went for conferences. But I'm trying to learn from people. I learn a lot from my team on a daily basis. Still, after 10 years, I'm still learning. I'm trying to build a team to be for them partner, and they are partners for me. We are having a joke that we are partners in the crime.
Yeah.
And we're still learning because everyone in my team have different skills. So one is really analytical, another one is really focused on metrics, and I'm good on team building stuff, on soft skill stuff. So we have like good sweet spot of combination of our skills, and we are learning from each other. If we have to run any kind of workshop or any kind of training, we like do the big storm session and like, hey, we can use that and or maybe we can use that technique. So I'm still learning, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, cool. It sounds like you've got a good group of people around you that you can learn from and feed off. So that's awesome. Yeah. What have you observed about the role of career development in Agile over the years?
It's a really tough question because it's changed a lot. When I started, there was a need for people who want to do that role. During the years, it was more focused on skills and experience. And after that, we back to that path. Oh, we need a lot of Scrum Masters on the market. And now we turn back to review the skills and the quality of Scrum Masters, Agile coaches.
Do you, in Poland, is it common to have people that call themselves Scrum Masters with very limited experience, or Agile coaches with limited experience?
We do. That's why on Polish market there are some positions like junior Scrum Master, mid senior Scrum Master, junior Agile coach even, or Agile coach. It depends how company define work. Even in my company, we started a few years ago program that we help people to change their role. And we had few junior Scrum Masters with successes. Few of them still working with us, and they are at least senior. So someone have to start on some point, yeah? Right now
exactly.
It's way more harder to enter without experience to that role, to Agile coach or to Scrum Master role. But we have to start on some point. Someone have to give us chance, yeah?
Yeah. I think as long as that, when you're given that opportunity, as long as it's met with an open mind and that mindset of wanting to learn and try things out and find out what Scrum Mastering is for you, or what kind of Scrum Master you are going to be, or want to be, as long as you've got that thirst for knowledge, I think you make, they're the best Scrum Masters, the ones that are constantly learning and trying things out, and not just settling for, oh, that's the way we've always done it, so that's fine, we'll just leave that. Constantly going.
That is the quickest way to fail. Like,
yes,
even I had that learning that I was so confident of my ways of working that when I changed my team, I was like, oh, I see similar issues or similar challenges. Okay, so let's do it as we always do. And that was fail. The team stopped me and says, like, what are you doing? Like, and I was like, I'm doing my job. And they said, no, like, you do your own plan. You don't look what kind of challenges we have. You have your own agenda on that. And I was like, okay. So that was the point of my career that when I realized that we have one goal as a Scrum Master or Agile coach, but the ways to achieve that are thousands.
Yes, definitely. That is an awesome team to call you out on that. That's really good feedback to get.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
that was really tough situation, but
I bet it was. I'm just thinking, I don't think, no, I guess I've worked in I've been Scrum Master of a couple of teams over the years that would pull me up on stuff and give me feedback straight away. But it's definitely a lot of teams that I coach that have a Scrum Master, and there's not that relationship where they give each other that feedback. And again, it's a hard behavior to build up in teams with the feeling safe to give people feedback, constructive feedback, or pulling them up on stuff.
So I think that is the main point of being Scrum Master, be able to build trust and a relation between you in your role and team and management. Because without when you don't have a trust, you can have amazing skills, you can use amazing techniques, but it won't work.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Which brings us to your topic today, which is becoming a Scrum Master. What is your Agile role? So why did you choose this as your topic today?
I just look on that topic and say, like, okay, I'm feeling comfortable with that to talk about that. Basically it was just like gut feeling.
Yeah. And did you? So you've already talked about how when you first became a Scrum Master, you read your books and went to conferences and meetups. And things like that. But you also mentioned that you were a product manager. Did you say product manager? Prior to being a Scrum Master. Was there any knowledge that you brought from being a product manager along into and have put into play in your Scrum Master role?
Yes and no. Because there's a really thin line between being Scrum Master and support and work with product manager as a partner and forcing product owner to do her job. So yes, because it was easy to get connected with a product owner, to start a conversation, to ask right questions. And no, because everyone have a different ways of working. So sometimes it was tough to not force people to work as I want. You know what I mean? Like, when I have a plan in my head, like, I would like to follow the plan.
Yeah.
If someone is not following the plan, like, it's like, what are you doing? And that was a tough moment for me when I started working with product owners, because they have a different plan, they work differently, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's the different perspectives, right? And you have to respect those different perspectives and know that when they come together, you've all got the same outcome to deliver to your customer or whatever it might be. So it's just that people with different mindsets or different perspectives come at problems in different ways. And as long as you kind of have those conversations and align on the way forward, you can create great things, awesome things. You mentioned before trust, the importance of building trust. What are some of the ways that you have built trust over the years?
So it depends. So as an agile coach, I can say it depends.
But I know that.
I hate that answer. Whatever works. So in my previous company, I just do my work. So I work with a team. I was open to my supervisor, to my manager. But it was pretty easy situation because he understand the role of Scrum Master. In one of the companies when I work, management didn't had idea why I'm here. But, it was like really fancy to, let's do Agile. Oh, in Agile we have Scrum Master. Let's hire Scrum Master. So they hire me. But they didn't have a clue why. So that was pretty bumpy way to build. Because at some point they had a feeling that I'm working behind the scenes. I'm working on the soft skills. And they couldn't they couldn't do the annual review based on the hard skills. Like, okay, I don't deliver code. Like, I'm not doing code review or whatever. I'm not creating roadmap. So that was bumpy road. But what helped, it was like, let's spend some time together. Like, my dear director, my dear manager, let's shadow me. Let's look how on my daily basis work, like what I'm doing, why I'm doing that. And that was really big step for them. When they look on my calendar, they ask questions, they join a few meetings, they understood that the soft skills that I have are needed for that company. And that was start after a few months of like bumpy road. That was a pretty good start. In my current company, it was kind of easy because company already worked in Agile, and they already had few Scrum Masters. So that was the first time when I've joined community.
All right.
So the trust was easy to gain, as easy is to lose the trust. Yeah. But yeah, with my current manager, he was really open. He heard a lot my work before before I start reporting to him. Yeah. But he was really open. He's so open-minded, and people on a daily when I I work. So directors, managers, teams. They understand the role. They understand where we as team can help. They understand why we are asking questions. So after 7 years in that company, it's pretty easy to join every team and says like, hey, and they say like, we know you. so it's easier to enter to the team and it start working and I have a quick wins.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I'm just trying to imagine an organization where everyone understands what the role is. So that must be...
Not everyone. Like in my part of organization, they do. Yeah. But for sure, there are people who don't know that I exist.
Right. So how do you build relationships outside of your team and outside of your managers? Are there other people that you try and build relationships with?
So currently I'm reporting to VP. So, and the rest reporting clients are directors. So I'm working with them. So that was the first thing that we have to do, that we have to have open relation. With two of them I've worked previously. so it was like new beginning for us, but it was good. And with the one we had few face-to-faces, open conversations. Like I've asked him openly what you expect from me, like from my role, and I have a set of questions that I always ask from the beginning when I'm talking first time to person. It's like, do you have experience with working with Scrum Master or Agile coach? Another question is like, do you have any kind of expectation from my role? What kind of challenges you see where I can help, basically. So those are like 3 basic questions. And of course, I'm extrovert and kind of talkative person, so it's easy for me build relation.
Okay. Yeah. Another question I like to ask is, what does success look like for you? Or from, this, what does success look like, and then how can I support you in achieving that, or how do you see my role fit into that success? So similar questions to yours, but slightly different. But they're good questions to ask, because you then from get-go you're all aligned on what you're trying to achieve, and then when each other does something that's against that outcome, that's going against that outcome that you discussed, you can kind of use that as that point to give each other feedback on that, or go, hang on, you said we're going this way and you just did something that's going that way. What's going on is, so they're all good conversation points.
It's kind of like creating contract of cooperation. When you have like the basic steps that, in example, expectation matrix, or just few points, bullet points, what we expect from each other. And that is the good starting point to have, like, hey, you are not keeping your world. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Can I help you somehow?
Yeah. Yeah. So are you glad? Are you happy that you found your Scrum Master career, your Agile career?
I do. Yeah, I do. Like, when I wake up in the morning, like every day I wake up with excitement. I really enjoy being Agile coach. I really enjoy to my work. Like, every day is kind of challenge. Every day is something different going on. So I don't get bored.
Awesome. Very nice. That's good. Have you thanked your friend for getting you into the role in the first place?
Yeah, many times. Many times.
Are you okay if we start to close this episode? We've got a couple of closing questions I want to give you. What are you doing for your own professional growth?
What I'm doing? Not much. I'm sorry. Like, because I'm having daughter, it's sometimes to find the time. But when I have a time, I last 2 weeks ago I ran first time meetup when I was a trainer on a meetup around metrics. That was like big step for me, because I've never run a meetup as a trainer.
Right.
With totally unknown audience for me, so you don't know how they react. That was cool. And when I have a free time, I've tried to read some books around my work. And basically that's it. If I have time, I'm going to meetups, conferences. You said amazing. Oh, one more thing pop up to my head. Sorry.
You're right.
I have amazing. Beside my team in my company, we had amazing community where we have free open environment, and we can share our failures, our challenges. We can do the dry runs if we need. So that is the biggest point of the learning.
Yep. Cool. Yes, the community, you can't, I love being part of those kind of communities as well. And they can be challenging to get started in the beginning, but once people start to understand what they are really about, and there is that kind of community feel or free-for-all kind of feel that
we don't have to see each other, in example, in a month. But when we do, when we meet, it's like really open, really trustful environment.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. Do you have any final wisdom that you'd like to share with our listeners?
I'm not feeling like I'm an expert, so it's hard to share any kind of wisdom. But one thing from my head is, as we said before, build the trust and build relations. That will help you do your job.
Yep, definitely. No matter how hard it is, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for your time tonight, Natalia. It was really nice to meet you. Really nice to chat to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Agilists, Aspire and Achieve in Your Career. We hope you found inspiration and practical tips to elevate your Agile journey. Remember, growth doesn't happen alone, so consider exploring the Women in Agile Mentorship Program and/or follow the Agile Careers MPO on LinkedIn to see more content geared towards advancing your careers. A huge thank you to our amazing sponsors, Scrum.org, for their continued support in empowering Agile professionals and creating opportunities for career advancement. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what topics you'd love to see next. Keep aspiring, keep achieving, and continue thriving in your career.